But yeah, the next one is I want to talk about, and you did too, about WWE possibly partnering with New Japan Wrestling. What that looks like. I think it's going to look bad for New Japan.
Why do you think that?
I think that because I think that WWE would really strap down a lot. Because the great thing about New Japan is New Japan was, unless WWE is going to go another route, New Japan has wrestlers from all promotions. If they partner with WWE, I think WWE is going to lock them in and say no other people can come in.
Maybe this is why they're in negotiations, because I don't think that they'll let them do that. What I've always talked about is that we're at the point in wrestling history where WWE isn't the biggest thing around. It is for like general, like it's the name, NFL, NBA, WWE. But in general, I am always pissed off that they won't bring other talent in to WrestleMania. If it's the grandest stage of them all, why can't you bring in a New Japan match with them? Yep. Why can't you bring in an AEW, Ring of Honor? All these team
Well, yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean,
you're the one putting on the event, but I'm going to tune in to see Kenny Omega versus John Cena.
Well, and that's the thing, too, is that I'm fine with them partnering. Obviously, I like the opportunities and stuff, but I think it's a one-sided. I think the only one that benefits is WWE. I don't see New Japan, but I think New Japan, unfortunately, financial troubles, because the partnership between them and AEW Ring of Honor, it's not yielding money. And they need to go where the money's at. So again, folks, I've said it multiple times on the show, during the streams, everything. It's about the money. It's a fact. It's about the money. And New Japan can't sit there and partner with people that are willing to pay. It's obvious AEW, they maybe tried, and Khan is not willing to fork over money. Okay, you're not willing to, we're going to WWE because we have to get money going, because in Japan right now, it's still under quarantine.
Oh, it's bad.
I mean,
so they are 100%. I mean, I was looking at Wrestle Kingdom attendance, and I was really disappointed because when you watch Wrestle Kingdom, it looks like a packed stadium. I think 35,000 people.
Yeah,
is a typical night for them. The biggest Wrestle Kingdom they have 65,000 people.
Yeah, and it was nothing.
That's as much as.
And they need those. They need those events to keep the money coming in.
We've never been to a WrestleMania that had that little amount of people.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I've never been. Yeah, we've never been to a WrestleMania. It's had 60,000.
65,000.
I've never been to a WrestleMania that small.
No, I think the Orlando one was the smallest one we went to, and it was like 78,000.
No,
or 72.
No, we had that. I think that was the smallest.
Huh.
The one, yeah. I think.
Yeah, but I mean, we got to go to some of the biggest WrestleManias.
Yeah, we went to the biggest one in history. I really am just shocked that New Japan would be considering it, but I understand.
What would be the benefits for the company?
For New Japan, nothing. They don't gain anything. They literally are money. They gain money and staying afloat.
So they get money, and then what does WWE get?
WWE gets access to the wrestling pool, the international market, another testing ground for wrestlers, international storylines they couldn't do here because it wouldn't make sense. I mean, there's lots of angles they get. It's the same thing with Paul Heyman will never admit this, but it's the truth. Paul Heyman partnered with WWE, with ECW, years before the invasion. Years.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't tell anybody, obviously, for certain reasons.
Might have been his documentary.
No, it wasn't. They've never admitted this.
He said that he was working WWE before he ever went to ECW.
Yeah, but he never admitted, I believe it was a full-on partnership, and he got paid. And that's why you saw some wrestlers go over. And I think that's what WWE wants to have again. They want to have a pool where they can have people coming in and going there, and they want to have the storyline. I don't think there's going to be storylines that are going to cross many. There might be some. They're going to cross New Japan and WWE. I don't think that. I think that they are just trying to expand the market. That's it. They're just. It's nothing more than territorial stuff. Because if you want to know the truth, WWE doesn't have a big presence in Japan. AEW does, Ring of Honor does, but WWE really doesn't.
Their talent maybe. Because how much talent has come from WWE?
But the company doesn't. That's my point.
Yeah, of course.
The company itself. So if they get a partnership there, that means they can set up an office, a performance center. It opens up a lot of opportunities for, especially that's all of Asia. So it's not just New Japan; it's all of Asia. So you have a huge pool of the Asian, and they're doing the Indian promotion.
Yeah.
So they're setting up territories on a world wrestling. And everything.
Yeah.
So now I think Vince is entering in the final chapter of his vision of having multiple different regional promotions. The UK promotion, for example. The UK, we have a WWE.
Oh, yeah.
So
successful too.
Well, it's semi-successful. Unfortunately, the lockdowns kind of slowed it down, but I think it's good. They have a lot of good talent over there. So I think we're entering that age, and I think the deal. Here's the thing: I think the deal can get closed if Vince pays up. That's it.
See, WWE's kind of gone the route of Apple. They've always been the same, where on our terms, our wrestlers, everything else isn't anything. Yep. Like if you have world titles or heavyweight titles from anywhere else, doesn't mean jack in WWE.
Yeah.
Which is sad. Like we were talking about Austin Aries, where it's like, look at how like crowned this guy is. They're like, oh, he's just a guy that we found on the street corner. Yeah. It's like, that's not fair.
Well, and I don't think it's that they don't recognize it, but they don't want to give them
credit.
Yeah. Because it makes it out to be that there's other promotions like WWE, and I get that.
So what ends up happening is that there's so much wrestling content that fans don't have to watch WWE anymore, and they are choosing not to watch.
Yes, WWE. Millions have gone, and in the last 10 years, millions of fans. 2011,
I've been a brand fan forever.
In 2011, an average Raw would get about 4.5 million viewers. Now they're not even getting 2 million. So 10 years later, they've dropped by half. I mean, so they got to do something.
And so one of the things that I proposed, and like I said, never happen. It'll just never happen. I can't see it happening. Is all of the factions coming together. AEW doing matches, WWE, New Japan, Lucha, all of them, Lucha Underground, all of them just.
Well, the problem is there's too many different policies. This is the problem. WWE doesn't allow merch to be sold outside WWE. AEW allows their wrestlers, which I've said is stupid, to sell on Teespring.
So it's one of those things where dream matches come and go, and then people get injured and retire, and we never get to see those dream matches because. Bureaucracy. There's no other. I mean, it's business, and I get it 100%. But like, I keep bringing up John Cena because John Cena right now to me is the Undertaker. He's at the point where we're not going to see him in a lot of matches. So he's probably going to wrestle WrestleMania a year for the next 10 years till he just doesn't want to.
Yeah.
So when we don't get Okada versus John Cena, that's a travesty. Kenny Omega, John Cena.
Yeah.
I said Austin Aries, John Cena.
Yeah.
But like all of these guys, we're not going to see this talent.
No, I mean and I agree with you. I mean, these are the dream matches.
We were talking about Sting was wrestling just a while ago. Okay, well,
why wasn't he in WWE?
You fucked that up.
And that's the thing is that I get it, and I just don't think WWE sees it that way. I think that they see it as no, we're the top, and that's how it is. They're all inferior, and that's going to be their downfall. And that's why I think people are tuning out because they want to see these matches. They want to see alternatives, and they're just going outside WWE.
Imagine that they brought Dean Ambrose back, even though he's what's his name in AEW?
Moxley.
Yeah. So imagine they bring John Moxley to fight Seth Rollins, and they try to figure out.
Well, I'm just saying,
just for fun.
I just don't see it happening. I think we're entering the best thing they can do is do good storylines. If they want to do it right with the New Japan, they do an invasion angle.
Yeah.
But they're not going to do it. And that's the problem is they don't want to do angles that will sell tickets. If you have a major superstar like Okada come over to WWE and ambush, it's going to be huge. I mean, massive. Yeah. You're talking about the whole Asian market is going to tune in to see that. It's going to be massive. I mean, we're talking about millions and millions of views overnight. I don't understand how, if they do it, I don't think they're going to do that. They're just going to use New Japan as a farm. They're going to have they're going to have New Japan events here in the States in small little areas, and that's it. And WWE is going to pluck talent from them, and it's just going to go what ECW was. That's it.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why I said what WrestleMania needs to be is it needs to be the show of the greatest of the greats from all factions wrestling. Because there's so many matches in WWE. Like, they're just trying to scramble to get matches together sometimes of wrestlers that I don't even care about their match. Sometimes it's useless.
Well, and Vince is also like, this past Raw, he ripped up the script an hour before the show. How does that, is you rewrite the whole script in an hour? Like, what's going on here? It's things like that where they don't even know what they're doing 2 weeks from now, Malcolm. So how can they do any of the stuff we're talking about? They can't, because if you're not even knowing what you're doing 2 weeks from now, that's a problem. You have to fix this problem with creative. If they can't fix it, it's over.
Yeah, because if I was working the company, if I was running WWE, I would be trying to make deals with some of the top talent and other factions and saying, hey, we're going to surprise the fans with a match like this. Because that's what I want.
Not just a match, a storyline. A full storyline that goes on for a long time and has a match.
Yeah, because even if you have Twitter and stuff going on, those are things that people can't guess.
Yep. You wouldn't see it coming.
I'm tired of being able to predict things. That was what was getting hard for me to keep with wrestling, is because I was just telling you, oh, this is what they're going to do with that. And you're like, nah, I don't think so.
Well, yeah, because I try to stay optimistic,
and then that's what they would do. And Roman Reigns doesn't need to fight anybody else in WWE. He's the guy. It just is what it is. Why can't Roman Reigns fight Hacksaw?
I think there's still opportunity.
Hangman Adam Page.
Yeah, but no. I think there's opportunity still in WWE. But the problem is that there's no. I keep going back to creative. They're not building up anybody. So it creates a scenario where Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, who's hot right now, he's the biggest star in the company.
Oh, yeah.
He's annihilated everybody, and you only have two options now: John Cena and Brock Lesnar. So John Cena will come back, he'll wrestle him at SummerSlam or whatever.
Yeah.
John Cena will lose. Brock Lesnar will come back. That's what I predict is right then. Body slam him. Then Roman Reigns is going to beat Brock Lesnar. Who's next, though? And that's the problem, is the scenario is like if they just did what we talk about, building outside talent and having a whole scenario set up with these, it would last years. Like you could have it for years.
Yeah, like just some random new guy coming in.
Anybody. It could be, it doesn't, that's the great thing about what we're talking about. It doesn't even have to be Hangman Adam Page or an Okada. It can be a random guy from the promotion, and it would be huge because people don't expect that. Yeah. And when people don't expect that, that means they're excited. Yeah. Exactly.
Because, I mean, imagine if Darby Allin popped on.
Yes.
And I just out of nowhere, like, oh my God.
Massive. Million.
I already know who Darby Allin is, so don't try and sell me that he's a different character.
Yeah.
Sell me Darby Allin coming in and fighting, I don't know. Well, The Miz is gone. So Dolph Ziggler,
anybody. Bobby
Roode, anybody.
It's going to be a hit. And
I mean, Ricochet. Why did you screw up Ricochet?
Here's the thing. If they were smart, they would do it. They're not going to. And this is the problem. New Japan needs to not sign the deal with WWE, but they're going to. They're going to get a partnership because they need the money. AEW, if they were smart, they would pay up. They're not going to pay up. They're cheap. They don't see right now. I'm telling you right now, in AEW, the dominoes are starting to fall. I predicted it that AEW is going to fail, and people go, they just signed a TV deal, Kyle.
TBS.
They just signed a TV deal with TBS. That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, they're on after Samantha Bee and Family Guy.
Yeah, that doesn't matter because at the end of the day, you still have to make money. It doesn't matter about a TV deal. That TV deal, even with that, they're still losing money. They're not making money. Stop. And that's the thing. I don't understand why this idea that they're making money.
There's no argument there either. I love AEW and I love what they're doing. I always say that they could do more.
Yes.
And I could offer.
I love the company, guys.
Good advice.
Yes.
On how to make you guys better. but you're not making money. Any advice goes out the door when you're not making money.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, so Tony Khan's dad, he goes to his dad to say, hey, listen, we have this opportunity. I need $50 million or whatever to partner with New Japan. And his dad goes, no, I'm not doing it. That's $50 million. I'm not doing it. There you go. There goes your deal. Because the dad is not, here's the thing, Tony Khan doesn't have any money of his own. He doesn't. It's all his dad's. And he can lie to him, oh, you know, I'm rich myself. No, you're not. It's all your dad's money.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Let's not lie. And this thing, let's not lie, dude. That thing is like people act like it's all, no, it's his dad's money, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But when it's your dad's money, it makes the company volatile because it depends on a cash flow from somebody who's not involved in the company. So when your dad goes to see the balance sheet and he sees all this money going out and nothing coming in, the day comes, just like with WCW, where the executives say, nope.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened with WCW. It was not a matter of the company failing. It was a matter of the people at the top going, boom.
Ted Turner turned the spigot off.
Oh, no, but it wasn't Ted Turner. Ted Turner wanted to keep funding it, but the executives at AOL Time Warner said no during the takeover.
I remember that.
And that's the thing, is that they said no. And this is the problem that people don't understand. If AEW can't secure a partnership, then what the hell makes you think that they're going to last in the future? WWE is going to snag that up. They're going to wring them dry, and we're going to get zero storylines out of it that are memorable into the future.
It's true.
I hope I'm wrong. I'm hoping that they do what we've talked about, building compelling storylines, being creative, not just writing stories, being creative, and building up superstars from a region that we actually don't see a lot of. We don't get a lot of Japanese wrestlers. We've gotten some, like Asuka and a few others, but we haven't got a ton. And I'd like to see more in the company.
Oh, yeah. Well, Bullet Club came from there.
Yes.
You know, we got...
They're still there. Bullet Club's still there. Bullet Club's still there. That's the thing. That's what I don't see. That's what I'm saying. They get the whole package. They get a lot for their money.
I think it's bigger than all of it. I think wrestling as a whole, in order to survive, how much entertainment is out there, needs to quit screwing around. They got to come together. And they have to come together. And if you're going to be WWE,
I think they all got to come. I think they all got to come together under WWE. I think they need to have an agreement saying, "Listen, we're all going to work together. WWE is the parent company.
Yeah,
we have some.
You're all subsidiaries. Because WWE can offer business services.
That's the thing. Council of Wrestling. They need to have something like this. It's a partnership between companies, and you agree. Listen, this is going to be beneficial for us. But we all. Here's the problem, though. They all need to agree on certain rules. Like this stuff going on in AEW with selling merch on Teespring. Done.
Yeah.
Like this. These are things that are losing AEW millions and millions of dollars. But also, what needs to be reversed on WWE's side, talent being able to do Twitch and Cameo. Like there's it's a give and take thing, folks. And if once they come together, all the companies, and they do this, they come up with a partnership. Then that's where we will reach a new age in wrestling. Is it going to happen? No, of course not.
And that's what's sad is. I know that we're discussing it, we're fans, and then there's a lot of bureaucracy when it comes to this stuff.
Matt, if you don't,
but
folks, we own a business.
Simple.
Folks, we own a business. Me and Malcolm own a business going on almost 9 years now. So listen, we're not just two random, excuse my language, fucks sitting in mama's garage talking. We own a company.
Yeah.
We've been in business. We've done what we.
I'm the mama. This is my garage. Okay.
Okay. So where this is what you're seeing right now is in our office.
Yeah. This is who we put all of our ownership in. Yeah. Is the alpaca.
So we're in our office right now. So we know what it takes to build something from nothing, and that's why we get very upset at what's going on, because we know what needs to be done. WWE could hire us right now. I will have that. Me and Malcolm alone. We will have this done in 1 year. 1 year. I promise, Vince. I guarantee it. If I didn't, I would literally become a monk. I guarantee it.
I don't think there's anyone that talks about the company like we do.
No.
I've never met a single person that did, except for naysayers.
Yeah.
Our friends can be real naysayers about, this, that, and the other. No. I'm pretty confident that
you give me the money. You give me the money, I can do it. Yeah. That's all I need. I need the money and the cooperation. I need Vince to agree that I'm going to be the final say as long as he signs off. Yeah, that's it. That's all I need.
The only thing that we would need other than that is we would need to make sure that there's proper negotiations fair for both parties.
Oh yeah, of course.
WWE's biggest problem.
I wouldn't mind their lawyers being there. No,
WWE's biggest problem is
having the say.
How do we get 95% of all of it?
Yeah.
No, you have to share. No. Well, there's no. This is going to bring on 3 times what you're already going to make.
This would create a scenario that would literally make Raw 10 million viewers a week. It would increase their viewership by 5 times within a year. Within a year. Why they don't want to do that makes no sense to me. I don't get it.
Well, because they think they're the top shit.
Well, they can be.
Every time.
The thing is, they can be the top. They can be the top. But that doesn't mean you can't have cooperation. This is the big problem. Is that because you're cooperating and working with another company. Amazon works with inferior companies all the time. Okay?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All the time. We've worked with Amazon on things. That doesn't mean Amazon doesn't know that they're the top dog.
Yeah. But if you're not going to develop talent properly and you're going to develop crap and you're going to feed it to us, when you have all this other opportunity to feed us amazing storylines, let's say you don't want to do storylines, steal from the other faction storylines.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's something good going on in AEW, why can't they do something with your show?
Yeah.
If there's something good going on in New Japan, why can't they come over? I don't even care if they speak English. You think I care about what language they speak?
No, I don't.
Give me subtitles.
Yeah, I'm serious. Yeah, give me subtitles. Yeah, give me subtitles.
Talent that you're just
I'm fine with subtitles.
You're taking it from us.
Yeah, so we're going to see where it goes, folks. But in a lot of people, oh, you guys are negative. We're the most positive people when it comes to wrestling.
These are ideas that we are excited about. If this happened, we would be ecstatic.
But we understand this is a business. This is about money, folks. This isn't about, I don't care what you're told. This is about money. If you ain't about making the money, you're a mark. You're a fan. Real fans, hardcore fans, true fans understand this is about one fucking thing. Excuse my language. Money.
Yeah.
If Vince can lie to himself, Stephanie, everybody can lie to themselves. It's about money.
You want to know how I know that this works? The Hardy Boys. You want to know what happened? The Hardy Boys won gold in every major faction. And then they came over to WrestleMania and then won the titles there.
Yep.
And you want to know why that worked? Because they were building up so many storylines of how awesome they were. The WWE said, hey, why don't you come over here?
Vince, if it doesn't work, then why did you try to do the angle with Matt Hardy with Bray Wyatt? Why did you allow him to keep his hair dye and do his character of coming out?
Delete.
Yeah, why did you allow that, Vince? Why?
It was good, and honestly, that was a very memorable match. Yep. The compound was so cool.
That's why Matt Hardy left. Matt Hardy left because you didn't want to do it, Vince.
Broken Matt Hardy.
He came in there, Vince, and I know he did. Matt came in there and talked to you and told you, I want to do this. You said no. Because you have such a big ego that you thought, well, we can't capitalize on what you did in other promotions. And Matt's like, okay, I'm gone. Because it's not what and this is the problem. Matt Hardy did that. It wasn't TNA. It wasn't it was Matt Hardy did it. The problem with Vince is Vince can't separate the company and the character. The character is based on the wrestler. The wrestler's doing it. The wrestling company's the facilitator of it. That's it. They're not the creator. The person that does it on screen's a magic. No one else can do CM Punk other than CM Punk.
That's true.
No one can do delete, and all that other than Matt Hardy. That's it. There's no other guy. There's no other person that can do that.
And I was always hearing
taking a DJI drone and making it into something we care about. So we care about the drone.
We care about the drone. Yeah.
I mean, who else can do that? Only Matt Hardy.
The mower of lawns.
Yeah, the mower of lawns.
So all that stuff was gold, and I was happy that they even did it. But I wanted to see it more, and I feel like it just died after that. And he said, oh, well, we can do our own delete. Made the Fiend. No, I think Bray Wyatt developed the Fiend. But I think they still developed the whole character of it.
Yeah, and we're going to see where it goes, folks. But
there's so much talent, so many possible storylines, and as long as we have division in wrestling, wrestling's going to die on all ends.
Yeah, because you're dividing the fans into smaller and smaller groups, and it becomes to where nobody's united. You might have a big unite front on WrestleMania, but you can't have it once a year. You gotta have it all year long. So
they all have to come together.
But you guys, we love you. We love you. Please like and subscribe, you guys. Please follow us on the socials, and hopefully you guys have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend.
Yes. Stay safe and take care, everybody.